Hi all, I'm back. This is your girl Natasha. And my tea kettle has brewed over once again. But I'm not serving any refreshments, people. Excuse me. I have to read. And the person that I'm reading is Mona Symone. Miss Mona, I heard and saw you arisen from the dead. Not that you were ever really dead, Mona. I just knew you were hiding for a couple of days to come up with a shenan that would be believable. But Mona, no. I think it's rather too late. And then when I hear this story that you were revived, Mona, come on, darling. And there was a DR on it. Sweetie, you'd be under the ground by now. Or in the morgue. Once they put a DR on you, that means no reviving. And they revived you twice. Mona, you really shouldn't play with God. And then you want to drag Tracy along. But that Tracy, that's another one. I hope that she's learned a lesson from this. You have to watch people, Tracy, before you get on their sides. And this is not a read. Because now Mona's reading you, trying to throw you under the bus. No. I liked Mona, I'm not going to lie. But I watched. And when she moved over and did that $4.99 thing, thinking she was going to get my credit card, that's when my eyebrow went up. And I says, no, no, no. I have a brain. I don't need a stamp to prove it. Mona, you should be ashamed of yourself. And then you pull in poor little Michelle, who allegedly, I think, can barely spell her name. Mona, you know that was you writing those texts for her to post. And then, Mona, how nasty you are. People crying about you taking off from work. The kids are all up in arms. You had Miss Gina upset. And Miss Gina drugging up memories, I'm sure, for Miss Gina. How dare you, Mona? And then you're so nasty about it. Not even apologizing. But then again, Mona, I didn't expect an apology from you. Of course you wouldn't apologize. It's your story, and you're going to stick to it, Mona. And you're talking about suing people. Why would you sue people? How can you even sue people and you faked your death? They're going to look at you and say, are you kidding me? How are we cyberbullying you and you faked your death? What do you expect people to think? That you were revived twice. That's luck, Mona. Like I said, Mona, ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. What was the need for it, Mona? For more clicks and baits? I wonder, were you really jealous of Tasha K now? Were you trying to reach her subscriber limit or her subscriber numbers? Mona, it takes time to get there. Although I'm not a Tasha K fan, she worked long and hard for years to get the subscribers that she had. You were on a roll. And then your poor friends that you've known for years, you bamboozle them. Mona, how could you? I would never think of scamming my friends and making them do dirty work. And then I hear, what is this I hear about allegedly you have aliases? How many aliases do you have, Mona? Are you even Freddie's daughter? You even use that catchphrase. And allegedly, I hear you grew up in foster care, which is nothing wrong with it, but why would you lie? And about your 6 degrees. I thought it was something fishy about that. 6 degrees. I thought that was a little preposterous. And you never really showed them. And as many degrees as you'd had, you'd been Dr. Mona Symone. Please, Mona. I've been to college. I know how it works. You can have double majors and get 1 degree. No, sweetie, they don't give you degrees for both majors. I don't know who you think you were fooling. But you didn't have me fooled, Mona. I never sent you a dime. And then you come for that poor man, Matthew Milam, who may be some relation to me. I've got to dig into that some more. But you take his money and he's nearly destitute and you talk mess. Mona, you're a narcissist. I didn't want to believe it. And then when you were getting into it with Sweet Ma, I had a feeling you were lying because I just didn't think Sweet Ma would go around and making up that stuff. And then her not being friends with Shelley. Something was fishy. And now, Mona, you're looking like a fool, you and Michelle. You all are doing the most. Pretending like everybody didn't even give your family a chance to hear about it. Mona, please. If it was true, your family would be at the hospital while they were reviving you. Give me a break. In that situation, they would ask, who would you want to call to come and be there if this is her, she's on her last leg. Unfortunately, I know how that feels. So I'm telling you, Mona, stop it. Stop it. Talking about you're going to sue people for cyberbullying. If anything, you were bullying them. You were bamboozling them out of money. Think. You know, Mona, that's why sometimes us LGBT children get a bad name. Because we're known to be crafty. Yes, some of the children are crafty in our community. And you're one of them. I see. I thought you were so sweet. And then you posing a picture up there throwing shade. And I used to say I'm giving Mona Symone teas. I'm glad no one took me for a fraud. And now you want to throw people under the bus and talk about friends that have known you for years? Mona, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know what goes around comes around. One day you may really be sick and pass away, God forbid. And no one's going to flinch. Wanting wheelchairs and things. You may have back problems, Mona, but you wanted those specialized ones that just press and you don't have to do anything. If you even really needed a wheelchair. And then those hospital bands. Mona, please, I won't even go there. Mona, I just can't believe you. I'm in shock. But then again, I'm not, because I did look at you sideways when you did that Brain Nation and membership. No, you weren't going to be getting my card every month. Who knows? You may have taken it and used it. All you people that used your card, you better change your passcode. You never know. Or your names. You might see your name popping up somewhere. Mona coming back from the dead as one of you. Corby, that was shame. But yes, Mona, I'm ashamed of you. I'm not going to let you have it so hard. You have let yourself have it enough. You're a walking reed now, Mona. No, I don't feel sorry for you 1 ounce or that Michelle. Michelle, do you have a brain? Going along with that. And then Mona, I heard you never had a child. Michelle was the one that was pregnant, allegedly. So Michelle was once a pillow princess at one time. Is that it? Interesting. But I'm not a trans lesbian, so I'm not going to get all into that. But Miss Tracy looked mad. She looked mad, darling. Tracy, my same advice to you. Sometimes you have to get to know people, or when they show certain actions, believe them. Because they'll throw you under the bus before you know it. Anyway, all, that's my read. Mona, after it all, I'm glad you are alive. I wouldn't wish death on anyone. But I wouldn't keep pulling these scams, Mona. Not playing with death and God. Because guess what? One day they may not be able to revive you. Okay, the maker may be ready for you. And to it all, I will see you all when my tea kettle breweth over. And I'll have refreshments next time. I love you all. And beware, everyone. Like I said, check your credit cards. Check your credit. Check your name. Mona Symone may leave the country and use somebody's name from YouTube. Anyway, all, I love you. I'm quite tired. My back feels better, Wally, in this chair. Call him Wally. Anyway, let me stop acting silly. Love you guys. Bye.